this was the moment I've been waiting for. The JJ arm drop at Magnolia. I got up early on Saturday, and of course, there was dew all over the car. I'd packed previous the night before, but it was a gorgeous morning. I was ready to go racing. Pretty cool to see all JJ's cars. Not quite sure why I didn't get a picture of the Hummingbird. I just was busy and trying to get my car cooled down. I did walk around the pits quite a bit, and I talked to some of the daily drivers. They had some really nice cars there. A little bit nicer than mine for sure. It was a packed house. Some really fast cars as well. And some old friends. My buddy Wayne and the guy in the ponytail, I raced with him at the Halloween Classic. So in round one, I drew a Cadillac CTS. The car had a V6 in it, so I felt kind of bad for the guy. Because there was a few slower cars that he would have probably been better matched up against. I mean, half the field was fast, hard tire guys that were probably pretty experienced at no prep. And the other half was just daily drivers. So I kind of fit in between both of them because I'm just a bracket racer. I'm really not a no-prep racer. This was my first no-prep race. I did prepare at Dragway 42 at the Rewind 2 weeks prior in testing team. So I kind of knew the game plan. I had a game plan. And then my buddy Tyler Tuckey, he talked me into a few more adjustments that really suited me well for the no-prep. So what I did is I talked the guy in the CTS into, I'd give up the hit for $20. And I told him, I said, well, you're at a disadvantage. I said, if you want to leave first, I'll let you leave first for the race. If you want to put a $20 bet on it, I'll give you the hit. So he thought about it and he said, yeah, sure, that sounds like a good deal. I think Brian Britt and Precious were standing right there when I pitched it to him, so maybe they told him that it was a good idea. I'm not really quite sure, but he bid on it. My buddy Robbie McCrae come over and said, you know where the starting line's at? I'm like, yeah, because I don't think he's seen me test yet. I took one test at first thing in the morning as soon as they started testing too, and then I let my stuff cool down. So I pretty much knew this one was a pretty good matchup. I mean, you never underestimate your competition, but this guy seemed like a straight shooter. I mean, he was kind of bummed out about it, which, I mean, I looked at the competition and I was just, honestly, I knew I wouldn't go far. I'm a bracket guy. I'm not fast enough, but I'm just trying to go a round or two and get the experience. The arm drop, I mean, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Packed house. Way more people there than on a Sunday bracket racing event. So my buddy Aaron McMillan was lining me up, backed me into the burnout box. And then of course Precious pulling you in. Speechless. And of course Aaron comes up and just inches me right up to the line where he's lined me up before at the bracket races, and I've cut 00 lights, so she puts her arms down and he gets the hit. So out of the corner of my eye, I seen him go and I just jumped right on him. I came around him in the first 60 foot for sure, and then just pedal down all the way through to the stripe. Pretty simple. Not too hard. It ran a good pass. I mean, it pulled really good. It didn't spin at all. I'm guessing it probably ran at 8.7, somewhere in there, 8.75. It's hard to say because I haven't been on the clock in this new setup with the skinnies on the front at Mags. I bought the skinnies last year, took it to the Halloween Classic. That was the first time I used them. I ran at 8.64. And that was in the fall, and that was at Norwalk, the nicest track in Ohio. I mean, the smoothest. So I don't think I'm going to go as fast at mags, but we'll see next Sunday at bracket racing. I'm going to run Sportsman Street and see if I can't go a few rounds next week. So yeah, when I made my way back to my pit stop, Aaron and his son Mark were waiting on me, helped me get this thing cooled down and get over there to the chip draw. Of course, the gentleman I just beat pulls right in front of me in the Cadillac, and he graciously comes over and shakes my hand and congratulates me. He was a cool guy, paid me my $20. I was happy. It was cool. I mean, it was really cool to win your first no prep race. I kind of got a lucky draw. That's what happened. So on to round 2. JJ pulls right in front of me. He's going to give me a rise. Old heavy. Listen to that sound. Rattling the windows. This round, yeah, I draw a nitrous El Camino. Looks like a seasoned hard tire no prepper to me. I mean, I could have drawn either 3 of these cars in front of me. The one right directly in front of me was pretty fast. This old Firebird next to me, I might even have a better chance at him than the El Camino. Alright guys, we're here in round 2. I got this El Camino. Guy's on a bottle, so it did sprinkle. That might help in my benefit, but it ain't looking good. It's probably my demise right now. You can see there was rain sprinkles on my back window because it did come down. And the guy in the El Camino, he said, hey, if these guys are scared to run, you want to go ahead of them? He's like, I'm not scared of you. And I'm like, I'm not quite sure about this, buddy. And then I told him, I said, well, that might play in my benefit. And he's like, it could. He's like, I'm not scared, though. And I said, well, we will. But it did stop raining, and the guys in front of us got to go. So, of course, Aaron lines me up. I do my burnout. I can tell you, these guys weren't betting on me, but I did. He came around me about half track, beat me to the stripe. And right there's the cone. You can see it was about 2 cars probably. I mean, I was disappointed, but you know, I can't beat myself up. I'm not ready for the bomb yet. You know, if I spray my car and do it at no prep and a lot, I'm probably going to have to tear it down in a few years. And I'm really not ready for that when my son's still in school and I'm paying child support. You know, I'm just trying to get experience. There's other things I can do to go faster. I think one thing I'm going to do in the off season is get a rear end diff done. And that's going to get me out of the hole a lot better. It's going to pull harder. And cut my ET down in the 8th as well as the 4th. So I'm ready for bracket season. I'm definitely going to do more daily driver events when they're around. Pretty sure I'm going to do no prep kings, daily driver, even though I don't have a chance. Just like I did here, I'm just going to get the experience. And I mean, I'm going to go down Norwalk at no prep kings. Why not? The stands are going to be full. It's going to be great. It's even going to be cooler than the Holiday Classic because the stands are going to be full. So if I can win a round or 2 there, hey, I'll be ecstatic. And there's a couple other tricks. My buddy Tyler and me were talking. I found a few other things that I can do that is relatively cheap. Just got to keep plugging away and trying hard. It was really a great experience. It was cool to see JJ and Brian Britt, and Precious and Chelsea. I mean, the whole MSO crew were really, really gracious. Hats off to Stripper Glitter crew for getting the track, I mean, immaculate. The grass was cut. I mean, the track looked really nice. It looked like it had been run on all season long. And David Huffman for winning the daily driver class. He's a class act. He truly deserved it. Glad I got to meet him. Again, thanks to Aaron McMillan, Tyler Tuckey, all my friends, the love and support. Keep striving. Thank you for watching this video. I truly appreciate it, guys. See you this summer.